no. You could do you one time, I'll be for one time, I'm to my mess up. Anything you wish me, that be a passion. Bad man no they walk up, man no be God. Make them they talk up, I so they fly like a helicopter. Now by the grace of God and inshallah, we they move up. Question, but they no get the answer.
trendybeats.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, mamas and papas, you're welcome to the show we like to call Budweiser's Kings of Football. I am Folajimi Oluwasegun James Akinshola, and of course I will be taking you through what promises to be an exciting and rewarding show right here, right now. First of all, let me give a special shout out to my girl, DJ Nana.
Hey, Jimmy.
You looking nice and bad at the same time.
Thank you.
I like that. But you know what it is? It's not just about myself and DJ Nana. I do have my brother that's going to be taking us through all the questions that our contestants will be answering and a lot of analysis when it comes to talking football. I got the one and only Ozomena in studio right now. What's going on, brother?
I'm good. So guys, you are on the Budweiser Kings of Football show, the best football game show in all of football, where we talk about things happening in the English Premier League and La Liga.
Now, of course, as you know, we'd like to keep it rewarding for each and every one of you. And one way we do that is to ask our question of the day, which we call Beat the Time. Here is, of course, the question that we asked last week. Right, so the question for last week was, who is currently the chairman of Liverpool FC? The answer to that question was Thomas Charles Warner. That is Thomas Charles Warner. That is, of course, the current chairman of Liverpool FC. The person that got that answer right, that beat the time within 20 seconds, was, of course, the user of the handle at divine_Chris1. At divine_Chris1. Now, here is our question for this week. The question is very simple.
What is the capacity of the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium? So this is actually a new stadium in the English Premier League. What is the capacity of Tottenham Hotspur Stadium?
All right. Your time is, of course, 20 seconds where you go on our Instagram page and answer that question. And your time starts right now.
And now, guys, also every week we tell you guys not to blink, to keep your eyes on the TV screen. I'm tired of telling you guys not to blink, please. So actually, let's just roll and see who the winners for last week are.
Right, the winners are, of course, the user of the handle Sammy Wells _ and, of course, _D_K1. That is our winner for Don't Blink. You did not blink at all. Now, remember, we're trying to let you know that there's a big one talking about the Game of Kings. I can't tell you enough about it because the reality is John Terry will be in town alongside Roberto Carlos, and of course they will be representing Smooth FC, and these guys Kings FC will be going against each other. So I don't even know how it's going to be. It's going to be exciting. It's on the 20th of this month, November, and remember, we're going to be having 10 MPFL players playing alongside John Terry as well as Roberto Carlos. So all you have to do, remember, buy your Budweiser, look under the crown cork, text the code right there to, of course, 7827, or you go to our website, which is www.budweiser.com. .ng, and you will be able to be a part of the Game of Kings. Our managers are already sorted. We're very close to making sure our managers are known, but you have a chance to be a part of the VIP experience by coming to watch the match as well. Remember, it will be televised. So, the Game of Kings is real.
Now, guys, also the FPL has been hotting up so far. So far, my team hasn't been doing well. Jimmy's team, not so great as well, but you'll have the chance to actually win big with us at the end of the football season. So keep it locked on here, follow the link, and join in the Fantasy Premier League.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for us to get into the mix. As you know, we like to reward our contestants on the show, and there's no way we're going to reward them if we don't know who they are. So let's meet our contestants on the Kings of Football today, starting, of course, with the man on my right-hand side. How are you, sir?
I'm doing cool.
What's your name?
My name is Dylan.
Your name is Dylan. What team do you support, Dylan?
Real Madrid.
Real Madrid.
Yep.
Are you here by yourself or you have your friends with you?
Yeah, I have my supporters.
All right, let's meet your supporters and see how they will be doing on the second half of the show. Hello, supporters of Dylan. How are you doing?
We're fine.
Wonderful. What are your names?
My name is Ayodele Oluwatosin.
What team do you support?
Real Madrid.
Real Madrid as well. And the person beside you?
My name is Omolayo Michael.
Omalayo Michael, what team do you support?
Arsenal.
Wonderful, Arsenal. So you have a good balance, Premier League and La Liga. I like that. We'll get back to you guys shortly when Ozil comes through for the second half of the show. On the other side of the spectrum, well, let's meet who will be looking to make 1.5 million if he answers all the questions correctly. What is your name, sir?
Olayinka Adiro,
Olayinka. What team do you support?
Manchester United.
Manchester United. Hopefully your fortunes will be better than that of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. All right, it's time for us to meet your team. Let's meet who you'll be representing with Ronaldo and, of course, Rashford on your bench. All right, guys, what are your names?
My name is Linus Ikechukwu.
What team do you support?
I support Chelsea.
Chelsea. Impressive. And the man beside you?
I'm Tomi Alashiri. I support Manchester United.
Manchester United. Explains a lot, but that's an inside joke. We'll be getting back to you much later on the show where Ozil will be grilling you guys. I hope you have enough trust in your teammates for them to give you what you deserve at the second half of the show. Right now, it's time for us to kick off. And of course, our kickoff is the most exciting because it's the fastest buzzer. Here are the rules of our kickoff. Level 1. The first individual to press the buzzer gets to answer the question. If he or she fails, the question will go to the second contestant. Every correctly answered question attracts 10,000 naira. Contestants will be given a yellow card if he or she hits the buzzer before the question is completely asked. A red card will be issued on the second hit. A red card means the contestant loses whatever money he has gotten till that point. All right, those are the rules of our kickoff, and of course that means one thing. It's time to start the game show. You ready? You ready?
Yeah.
Here come your questions. First question. Mark Ritchie joined Newcastle United from which football club? Celtic, Bournemouth, or Cardiff City? Answer.
Celtic.
That is the wrong answer. Do you have a better answer?
Yep.
Go ahead.
Cardiff City.
That is also wrong. Next question. As an ex-Manchester United player, Steve Bruce played how many times for the English national team? 0, 65, or 23? Answer.
065.
0 is the correct answer. Moving on. Uwe Rosler was the first German to score in the Premier League, playing for which team? Liverpool, Aston Villa, or Manchester City? Answer.
Aston Villa.
That is wrong.
Manchester City.
Manchester City is correct. Fourth question. Which Premier League team did Jermaine Defoe last feature for before he departed for Rangers? Bournemouth, Sunderland, or Tottenham?
Sunderland.
That is the wrong answer.
Options again.
Bournemouth, Sunderland, or Tottenham?
Sunderland.
That is the wrong answer. Who was the first Egyptian to score in the Premier League at White Hart Lane against Portsmouth? Amir Zakiri, Ahmed El Mohammedi, or Mido? Answer.
El Mohammadi.
That is wrong.
Ahmed Zakiri.
Wrong. Right answer will be Mido. Sixth question. Matthew Flamini left Arsenal in 2016 to join which team? Milan, Crystal Palace, or Olympique Marseille? Answer.
Milan.
That is wrong.
Repeat myself.
That is also wrong. Seventh question. Burnley have scored the quickest goal so far this season. Who was the scorer? Options are Chris Wood, Ashley Barnes, or James Tarkowski.
James Jacobs.
That is the correct answer. Next question. This season, Cesar Azpilicueta reached his 300th Premier League appearance for Chelsea. Which team was it against? Liverpool, Crystal Palace, or Tottenham Hotspur? Answer.
Crystal Palace.
That is wrong.
Tottenham Hotspur.
That is also wrong. Next question. Everton have had the most shots on target so far this season. What percentage of their efforts is it? 45%, 30%, or 53%? Answer. That is the wrong answer.
Options again.
I can't give you options again. You have 3 seconds to answer.
Option B.
That is wrong. Final question. Manchester City completed 1,825 passes in their first 3 Premier League games this season. Which player contributed the most to this number? Options are Jack Grealish, Bernardo Silva, or Ruben Diaz. Answer.
Grealish.
That is wrong.
Ruben Diaz.
That is correct. Both sides seem to be a bit shaky with the kickoff. Will they be able to do better when the true passes come their way? We'll find out. But first, let's help them with the rules. Level 2. These are club-related questions specifically prepared for each of the groups. The presenter reads the questions to the contestants. Answers to the question must be delivered within 20 seconds. For every correct answer, 25,000 naira goes to the participants. As you know, the rules are very simple and very straightforward. We have 4 questions tailored to the teams that our contestants are supporting for our 3 parts. I'm going to be starting with the man that, of course, is expecting a new stadium out there at the Bernabeu. A Real Madrid fan, you get Real Madrid questions. Are you ready? All right, here come your questions. First question. When did Real Madrid first win the European Cup? 1956, 1957, or 1958?
1956.
That is correct. Second question. How many times have Real Madrid been runners-up in the European Cup? None, 3, or 4? 3. That is the correct answer. Third question. When Real Madrid beat Malaga by 7-0, one of the defenders scored a goal. Who was it?
Can you give me the year, please?
Options are Arbeloa, Marcelo, or Matias.
Arbeloa.
Arbeloa is the wrong answer. Marcelo would have been the correct answer. Finally, your fourth question. Who once wore the number 33 for his jersey in Real Madrid? Alvaro Morata, Pablo Sarabia, or Juan Perez Lopez?
Alvaro Morata.
Unfortunately, that's the wrong answer. Sarabia would have been the correct answer. All right, 3 out of 4. Let's see what's happening at the Theatre of Dreams. Will your dreams be coming to life, or will it turn to a nightmare? Let's find out in our 3 parts. Here are your questions. Who is or was Manchester United's longest-serving captain? Options are Brian Robson, Harry Maguire, or Keane, Robbie Keane.
Roy Keane.
I beg your pardon,
Roy Keane.
Roy Keane.
Roy Keane.
Roy Keane is your answer?
Yes.
That is wrong. Second question. Who did Manchester United beat in the 2008 UEFA Champions League final? Liverpool, Manchester City, or Chelsea?
Chelsea.
That is the correct answer. What year did Matt Busby first manage Manchester United? Options are 1944, 1945, or 1946?
1944.
That is wrong. Your final question. What was the final score when Manchester United beat Benfica in the 1968 European Cup final? Your options are 4-1, 4-2, or 4-0.
4-0.
The opposition scored 1. 4-1 would have been a better answer. That is wrong. A lot of catching up needs to be done by our contestants. Will they be able to catch up enough to get a tangible amount before Ozo comes with the difficult questions? Well, we'll give them another chance with our free kicks. But here are the rules. Level 3. A total of 10 questions will be asked each time within 2 minutes. Delivery of the question is fast and can be interjected by the word pass when unsure. For every correct answer, contestants win 10,000 naira. All right, those are the rules of our free kick. I remind our contestants, these are 10 questions that will come to you rapid fire style. You have 2 minutes to answer all questions. Your time starts the minute I ask the first question. I'm starting, of course, with the man that is representing the Theatre of Dreams, but it's seeming like a nightmare at the moment. Let's save you this nightmare. Make it a dream come true. You ready?
Yeah.
Here are your questions. In 1996, which Colombian signed with Newcastle from Parma and became the first from his country to score in the Premier League? We're talking about options being Bernardo Espinosa, Faustino Asprilla, or Norberto Solano.
Asprilla.
Faustino Asprilla is correct. Who was the first Norwegian to score in the Premier League? Gunnar Halle, Tori Andre Full, or Ole Gunnar Solskjaer?
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
That is wrong. Before moving to St. Mary's Stadium, Southampton used to play their football where? The Stadium of Light, the Dell, or Rocker Park?
Rocker Park.
That is wrong. Who was the last player to score a hat-trick for Fulham in the Premier League? Your options are Clint Dempsey, Alexander Mitrovic, or Pavel Pogrebniak.
Pogrebniak.
Pavel Pogrebniak is correct. Fifth question. Which Irish player has made the most Premier League appearances? Richard Dunn, John O'Shea, or Shay Given?
Shea Given.
That is correct. Which of these players hasn't scored a hat-trick for 3 different Premier League clubs? Les Ferdinand, Nicolas Anelka, or Jermaine Defoe?
First option.
Les Ferdinand. That is the wrong answer. 7th question. Ruben Baraja was once the club captain for which La Liga team? Real Madrid, Valencia, or Barcelona?
Valencia.
That is correct. 8th question. Who was voted Atletico Madrid's player of the season in 1996? Milinko Pantic, Diego Simeone, or Juan Eduardo Eseda?
Diego Simeone.
That is the wrong answer. 9th question. Which Argentine left-back played for Villarreal for 3 seasons, scoring 7 goals? Roberto Sensini, Juan Pablo Sorin, or Silvio Marisli?
Sorin.
Sorin is the correct answer. Your last question is, who memorably scored from the halfway line to hand Real Zaragoza the 1995 Cup Winners' Cup? Your options are Naim, Jose Maria Mabiola, or Gabriel Milito.
Option B.
Jose Maria Mabila is the wrong answer. Unfortunately, things are not looking too great on this side. But I hope on this side, well, they'll handle the free kicks better. Monsieur Real Madrid, Dylan, are you ready?
Yeah.
Here come your questions. Who was the first player from outside of Europe to score 100 Premier League goals? Dwight York, Jorginho Paulista, or Juan Pablo Angel?
Giorgio Paulista.
That is wrong. Only one hat-trick was ever scored for Wimbledon FC in the Premier League. Who holds the account? John Fashanu, Dean Holdsworth, or Robbie Earle?
Dean Holdsworth.
That is correct. 3rd question. Before moving to the King Power Stadium, Leicester City used to play at what stadium? Main Road, Armson Park, or Filbert Street?
Armson Park.
That is wrong. Who was the second Premier League manager to come from outside of the British Isles? Arsene Wenger, Attilo Lombardo, or Ruud Gullit?
Wenger.
That is wrong. 5th question. How many different players have scored 30-plus goals in a single Premier League season? 7, 8, or 9?
7.
That is wrong. In the 2015-2016 season, Liverpool finished the season in what position? 3rd, 5th, or 7th?
7th.
7th is correct. Which Brazilian won the Pichichi Trophy for the league's leading scorer in the 1992-1993 La Liga season? Your options are Romario, Bebeto, or Müller.
Romario.
That is wrong. 8th question. Former Turkish forward Nihat Kaveci played for all of the following La Liga clubs except for one: Real Sociedad, Villarreal, or Sevilla.
Sevilla.
That is correct. 9th question. Finidi George played for all of the following La Liga teams except for one: Real Mallorca, Getafe, or Real Betis.
Getafe.
That is correct. Last question. 10th question. The late Antonio Puerta was attacking left-back who featured for which team before his untimely death? Getafe, Sevilla, or Villarreal?
Villarreal.
Is that your final answer?
That's my final answer.
That is the wrong answer. Even with an option to get the correct answer, they still stick with their guts. That means they're committed to what they came here to do. Will they still be as convicted when the second half comes through? Well, only time will tell. Right now, it's halftime. All right, you're welcome back. This is still the Kings of Football, brought to you by Budweiser. Halftime is where we do everything that concerns analysis, and of course we discuss all the topical issues in the world of football, talking about La Liga and of course the Premier League. And the man that helps us get through it and gives us the insight we need to be able to impeccably distill all the analysis for you is the one and only master of the game, self-proclaimed master of the game, Sean Amadi. How are you doing, Sean?
Well, I'm absolutely fantastic, and it's always a pleasure, Jimmy. It's good to be here.
Looking sharp, looking sharp. We also do have, of course, our in-house oracle, the man that, of course, knows a lot about the sport and is ready to tell us his own point of view. Also, now you're ready for second half.
No, of course I am. I think what was actually going through my head was the way you actually went through with the contestants in the quick fire. Because whenever it comes to that segment of the game, it just lets me know that, okay, second half is coming, so they better get ready.
I get excited about
it. No.
The quick fire and the responses are great as well. But let's get into it. Not too much time on our hands, but the first thing I want to talk about, a pre-contract has been signed between Sparta Rotterdam and Watford, and that's for our man Maduka. He's of course now going to be playing for Watford, but that's going to take effect in January. Could you tell me more about this transfer that's happened so early in the transfer window?
Well, for me, it's once again second Nigerian to do his business there after Judo Johnny Gallo kissed the club goodbye. For me, it's a good one. He's a young lad. He's 22. He's got time in his hands, and it came as a surprise, honestly, because. You know, doing your business in Germany and getting the attention of an English club side at that very early age is a hit or miss situation there. But Watford, they're building team, and I think the Nigerian is currently Super Eagles #1 at the moment, in the absence of we know who.
Also, he joins a plethora of Nigerians at the Watford camp. What does it say about Watford that they're so Nigerian in their recruitment?
I think it's just, what you have to look at is I'm sure if you look at the backstory, we know how things happen most times at football clubs where you have a certain agent or intermediary, as we call them now, that's bringing these players in, and
Absolutely.
maybe if you look behind it, you see like there's a chain of something going on, some type of communications. But I think the good thing is they're not just bringing in Nigerian players, they're bringing Nigerian international players that are actually meant to help them win. And for Maduka, excluding Horario Gomez and Ben Foster, these two guys have been the beloved goalkeepers that we've seen at Watford. I think now for him to join the list of those goalkeepers is going to be potentially really good for him. He's young, and we all know goalkeepers could play up until their late 30s. And this could either be a springboard for him to maybe move to a bigger club as time goes on, but I think for him it's a perfect move.
Getting to play in the Premier League is a big deal. A lot of Nigerians played for Rangers, Balogun, Joe Aribo as well, even Bassi most recently.
The list goes on.
So, what does this mean with Steven Gerrard now becoming the new manager at Aston Villa? Are we getting more Nigerians in the Premier League? Are we getting Joe Aribo joining him? Is Balogun going to follow suit? Or is Bassi going to follow him to Aston Villa? What's the play there?
Well, good question, Jimmy. For me, when you look at Nigeria as a country, we're top of the food chain when it comes to talent out of Africa. And Nigeria as a country, it's a go-to country. And he talked about the young Nigerian Okoye Maduka. Conversations always go on in the background. The one thing that could be a negative for these teams is going into next year. We've got the Nations Cup quite early. So if you're signing African players, Nigerians, as the case may be, you have to think about that.
We're going to have a very shaky February.
Absolutely, but I'm not. I'm just pleased with the fact that there is a consistency in talent, inflow of talented Nigerians into the most sought-after football league on the planet.
Let's go away from Nigeria. Let's focus on the main man himself. Steven Gerrard is the new manager at Aston Villa. Aston Villa they flattered to deceive at the beginning of the season. They do have some money to spend. They spent fairly enough. I mean, they've not spent the Grealish money finished. They still did it. So we're expecting that, Steven Gerrard coming into Aston Villa in January will have money to spend.
Absolutely.
How do you see Gerrard's appointment at Aston Villa changing the fortunes of Aston Villa?
I think first of all, when the sacking of Dean Smith came up, for me it was like a huge shock to me because, of course, if we look at the red side of Manchester, we have no idea how the manager is still there.
Exactly.
But you look at clubs like Aston Villa and Wolves as well, and all these clubs they have like a very short leash, and the fact that he had to go for me was a shocker. But now Gerrard coming in, I think many people are asking themselves, why did you get to Aston Villa? But the good thing is, Aston Villa actually give you a certain amount of purse to spend. They have some money to spend, like you mentioned, from the Grealish deal. But then, yes, Gerrard has been successful in the Scottish League, but
that's Scotland.
Yeah, but then he definitely wants to maybe someday have that Liverpool role, and the best audition he can get for it is actually to start at a club like Aston Villa and then maybe build together his profile. Do something like what Vieira is doing at Crystal Palace. To probably get that job at Liverpool.
Sean, what's your thoughts?
Well, I'll tell you what, he's absolutely dead on there. But when you look at Steven, he's done it the right way. When you go from Scotland to the Premier League, for me, that's basically the way to go. And that's what Frank did not do before getting the Chelsea job. And we also have to look at the likes of Mikel Arteta. But going back to Steven Gerrard, I've got great respect for him. A legend, absolute legend in England. And he would command respect from that locker room. And that's what you need managers to do. He's a winner. He's conquered Scotland and coming back to
Unbeaten.
England. Yeah, absolutely. So he's set a record for himself. He's put himself on a very high pedestal. So players would listen to Stephen G, and he's at a club that spent the most in the summer. They spend more money than any club side in England. So there's a lot riding on this. It's a gamble. The board's taking a gamble on Stephen G. He understands the league he's in. He's played here. He's won here. And trust me, that locker room would be very close to him. And he would have a check to back the move.
I want to jump on what you said. It's a gamble. I don't think it's a gamble because I think he's the best candidate that they could have gotten. You're getting a champion of the Scottish League. You're getting a veteran of the Premier League to come and coach Aston Villa.
Yeah.
Bottom feeders of the Premier League, if we're being honest. But you have some money on you, so he has the pulling power to get players to come and play for him.
I totally
He has
agree.
the credibility of having done it all the way in Scotland, unbeaten. Whatever you want to say about Scotland,
Absolutely.
Rangers were down and out when he went there, and he's put Celtics down. So I think it's a good signing for Aston Villa. It's better for Aston Villa than for Gerrard, to be honest. I would have seen Gerrard in a higher
Team.
conversation for a bigger role in a bigger team. Having said that, one person that won't be sacked that easily or won't be stepping out of his role or is expected to even fail is a man all the way at the new camp. He goes by the name of Xavi Hernandez. He's now the new coach of Barcelona, having seen a tumultuous time at the beginning of the season. No more Koeman, no more scapegoats. Messi's gone. It's a clean slate. Where does Barcelona go with Xavi? Iniesta is also with him, by the way.
Yeah, they go one way. First off, it looks on paper like a marriage made in heaven when you've got Xavi Hernandez and Iniesta and Barcelona. But I tell you what, that's an absolute nightmare waiting to happen. And the reason I say it's a nightmare is everyone's getting carried away with this. Oh, he's a former Barca. We have a clear example in England, Ollie. I keep going back to Ollie. So you can't go, oh, former player.
Yeah, but I can give you an example of a former player.
No,
Arteta.
you can't. Listen, you can't throw money. You can't throw money and love for the game at a problem. Barcelona, the Catalan Giants, have got two major issues. One, they need to fix the finances of Barca. It's a major concern. Then Xavi Hernandez understands the Barca way of playing, the tiki-taka business. They've lost that model. They have lost it. And it went...
I don't think they have the players to do it.
Absolutely. Therein lies the issue. You need players who can do it. Memphis Depay is not a Barca-type player. That's a fact. When you have players like Antoine Griezmann going through the exit door, you've got dodgy names, no disrespect. Moussa Dembele is in there. You've got some players that they're not in that Barca style of play. So Xavi Hernandez will be talking to the board and saying, how do we throw £200 million at this problem? That's the conversation ongoing. So you need sponsors and a financial backing to bring that model, the tiki-taka business, back to Barcelona. So
I think when you look at
You think it's a feel-good factor that
I think
brought him back for?
Yeah, I mean, yes.
They got carried away with that,
I mean,
honestly.
yes, you have the whole feel-good factor about everything, but for me, like this for me is Xavi is literally sitting on a ticking time bomb.
Absolutely.
And the administration, on their own hand, they've actually backed themselves into a very tight corner. Because what's going to happen now is, if the team is not performing well, Xavi's under pressure. Now, the fans are going to put pressure on the board and saying, okay, you need to give Xavi money to spend. But there is no money to spend. Now, how can Xavi get this team back to where it is? And then exactly. And then you look at the fact that he's coming with this whole 10 new rules, and one of the rules are the players have to eat at the training ground, and so many of these new rules is brought in. So many of these players, they actually have.
He's trying to build unity.
I get that's what he wants to do, but
it'll be difficult.
But sometimes it will be difficult because if you look at the time Xavi was at Barca, Barca had so many of the world best football players that he played.
A different era.
So exactly, and it kept changing as time went on. So I do think that this is a marriage that may actually be a very horrible one. It may come to a horrible ending.
Yeah.
And the problem is, if this doesn't work out, where do Barca actually go from here?
Barcelona, as we speak, they've lost touch with top-class football. Yeah, massive gamble at the moment, and there's all sorts of worries. And you, as a commercial entity, a client, a business partner of Barca, you start to worry, because the reason you have to keep that relationship happy and going with clients is silverware. You have to back it with silverwares. And silverwares with winnings comes money to stabilise the team. So a lot's wrong with Barca, and I totally agree with you that Xavi Hernandez and Iniesta, his entire coaching crew, is sitting on a ticking time bomb with fans who are saying, we can't be patient enough for Barca. They've lost the big names. They've lost all their big names. And you've got Kun Aguero, who's half fit all the time. You've got a team you can't bank on. Then you've got Xavi Hernandez from that era where football has totally evolved and changed. But I'm hoping that with time is what they would need with Xavi Hernandez, and they'll have to throw more money at this issue.
Right now, let's talk about some legends. The legend of the league today that we'd like to talk about is a man that most Nigerians know. He is the one we call Michael Laudrup.
Legend of the league, Michael Laudrup. Taking the center stage on today's Legend of the League on Budweiser's Kings of Football is the footballing prince of Denmark, Michael Laudrup. Many reckon that just as Pele owned the 60s, Cruyff the 70s, and Maradona the 80s, Michael Laudrup was the undoubted soccer star of the 90s. Named by Pele himself in the FIFA 100 list of the world's greatest living players and crowned the greatest ever Danish sports star in 2001. Michael Laudrup was born into a renowned footballing family in the mid-60s. Though his father and uncle were well known within Danish soccer circles, the Copenhagen native certainly did not inherit his successful sports career, earning his place by honing his skills as a child in his father's childhood club, Van Loos. Laudrup worked his way up to the youth system at Brøndby, making a deserved debut with Denmark at the age of 18. He joined Italy's Lazio in 1982 and following this up with a stint at Juventus. The attacking midfielder made the move of a lifetime in 1989 by signing up with FC Barcelona. Under Dutch legend and coach Johan Cruyff, Michael Laudrup was a spearhead of the Barcelonian Dream Team, which re-established the reign of Camp Nou as champions of Spain and of Europe. Between 1989 to 1994, Laudrup was instrumental to Barca's 9 trophy wins, including 4 successive La Liga titles from 1991 to 1994 and the European Cup in 1992. Though spent his peak years with Barcelona, the star remained sensational after leaving Barca for arch-rival Real Madrid, where he won La Liga in his first season and later claimed the famous 5-0 victory over Barcelona in 1995. Going on to play for Vissel Kobe and then for Ajax, his playing profession soon gave way for a coaching career where he records comparative successes in the clubs. In his prime, the rare two-footed dribbler was adored for his several trademark moves, known for fooling countless opponents to the admiration of the fans. His technically sound tactics, including looking one way and passing to the other, as well as elegantly dribbling defenders like a skilled matador, have since been adopted by more recent star players such as Iniesta. The versatile Laudrup was also known for his good conduct on the pitch, as he never received a red card in his entire senior career of over 15 years. As a club player, Laudrup won league titles with Ajax, Barcelona, Real Madrid and Juventus. With the Danish national team, the midfielder starred in the 1986 FIFA World Cup, became captain in 1994 and led victories including the 1995 Confederations Cup win. Though he retired from active play after the 1998 World Cup, Laudrup's fame continues for generations as he handed over his legacy in a through pass to his oldest and youngest sons who impress as Danish youth players. For making the 90s a sensational display of skillful sportsmanship and fine football, we celebrate a world-class playmaker and laudable legend of the league, Michael Laudrup.
Welcome back, guys. You're still on the Budweiser Kings of Football show. Now, that was talking about Michael Laudrup, a man who was a total legend of the football game. I know he missed out on winning the title with Denmark, but he is an ultimate legend. Now, back in the studio, the magic number is 5. And why do I say 5? And that's simply because the difference we've had between our contestants so far is just 5,000 naira. Contestant A so far has made 100,000 naira, while contestant B has made 95,000 naira. Now, that is no legendary status on this game because that's pretty much, if memory serves me right, the lowest we've had on this show so far. But they stand a chance in the second half to add to their account. Now, this is the great platform where they'll be able to use their team members. But first, guys, here are the rules of the game.
Level 4. There are 5 questions for each team. Each question has an expiry period of 20 seconds. Team leaders can consult his or her team members for assistance. For every correct answer, a contesting team wins 20,000 naira.
So those are the rules of the game, and our contestants with me here in the studio are ready to play, and I'll be starting with contestants number 1. You and your team members, I hope all of you are ready. All right, then once I read the questions, like the rules stated, your time would start. Your first question. Only 2 players have over 50,000 minutes in the Premier League. Gareth Barry and who else? Paul Scholes, David James, or Gary Speed?
Schools.
Final answer, Paul Scholes?
Yeah.
You're wrong. The second question. Which goalkeeper has saved the most penalties in the Premier League? David James, Peter Schmeichel, or Peter Cech?
Schmeichel.
Schmeichel, final answer?
Yes, that's my final.
You're wrong. The third question. In the 2018-2019 Premier League season, which team had the fewest away draws? Chelsea, Liverpool, or Tottenham Hotspur?
Tottenham Hotspur.
And you're correct. The fourth question. Which La Liga teams plays its home games at the Estadio Abanca Balaidos? Is it Espanyol, is it Eibar, or Celta Vigo?
Eibar.
You're wrong. Fifth question. In the 1990-1991 La Liga season, which team finished 4th? Was it Sevilla, was it Osasuna, or was it Deportivo La Corona? 4th.
Sevilla.
Sevilla, your final answer?
Yes.
And you are wrong. Contestant 2. I hope you and your teammates are ready to play.
Yes, yes.
Hopefully you'll be able to have better fortune than contestant A.
Yes.
Your questions and your time start now. The first question. Who has scored the most Premier League away goals? Is it Wayne Rooney? Is it Sergio Aguero? Or is it Andy Cole?
Wayne Rooney.
You're wrong. The second question. In the 1995-1996 Premier League season, who provided the most assists for Liverpool Football Club? John Barnes, Justin McAteer, or Steve McManaman?
Steve McManaman.
Remember, you can also use your team members as well.
Okay, let me use them.
All right, guys, you need your help.
And that's the question again.
The question is, in the 1995-1996 Premier League season, who provided the most assists for Liverpool Football Club? Was it John Barnes, was it Justin McAteer, or was it Steve McManaman?
John Barnes. Can you hear me?
Is John Barnes your final answer?
John Barnes.
Your friend thinks John Barnes is your final answer.
The B.
So which is your final answer?
B.
Justin McAteer
Yes.
is your final answer?
Yes.
And you're wrong, it's Steve McManaman. Your third question. Which team became the first Premier League team not to be relegated thanks to a superior goal difference? Was it Wigan Athletic, was it Oldham Athletic, or was it Norwich City?
I want to use my friend.
All right, guys, you need to help again. Do I need to run through the questions?
Yes, yes, boss.
The question is, which team became the first Premier League not to be relegated thanks to the superior goal difference? Was it Wigan Athletic, was it Oldham Athletic, or was it Norwich City?
Wigan.
Which Premier League team? Wigan. You also think it's Wigan, so
I think the
your
second.
time is out. Your fourth question. Which La Liga team plays its home games at the Estadio de Vallecas? Is it Alaves, is it Rayo Vallecano, or Granada?
I want to use my friends.
All right, guys, you need to help again. The question is, which La Liga team plays its home games at the Estadio de Vallecas? Is it Alaves, is it Rayo Vallecano, or Granada?
Vallecano.
Rayo Vallecano, is that your final answer?
Yes.
Final answer, Rayo Vallecano, and you're correct. Your fifth and final question in this round. In the 1990-1991 La Liga season, who finished the season as the top goal scorer with 19 goals? Was it John Aldridge, was it Gregorio Fonseca, or was it Emilio Bortrageno? Guys, for the last time in this round, you need to help. The question is, in the 1990-1991 La Liga season, who finished the season as the top goal scorer with 19 goals? Was it John Aldridge, was it Gregor Fonseca, or was it Emilio Butragueño?
Fonseca.
Final answer, Fonseca.
Yes.
I'll go in.
Final answer, Fonseca, and you are wrong. Now, sadly for our contestants, the same bug they've had with them from the first round has actually thrown them into the second half. Hopefully the VAR segments will actually be better to them. But first, guys, here are the rules of the game.
Level 5. There are 4 videos showing different games. Contestants are to study the movements carefully. The clip will be paused at some point in time. Contestants are to determine the outcome of the move, ranging from a goal, a save, a miss, a yellow card, a red card, a free kick, etc. And this must be done within 30 seconds for every correct answer to get 75,000 naira.
So those are the rules of the VAR segment. Hopefully for our contestants, they would actually perform better than they have so far. Now, Team A, I'm going to be starting with you. So just like the rules stated, some videos are going to pop up and you have to tell me if that was a goal, a save, or a miss, or many other options. Let's roll first clip. So now, is that a goal, a save, or a miss?
A goal.
I mean, you're saying it with so much conviction, you sound like you're really sure it's a goal.
A goal, whatever it is. A goal.
You can also use your team members as well.
I choose a goal.
Choose a goal, let's reveal. I mean, you sounded so sure, but actually looks, I mean, the results actually shows that you were not sure at all.
Yep.
So hopefully let's make sure that your mind will actually take you to get good results with the second video. Let's roll your second and your final video in this round.
Got a feeling out.
Now, that seems more difficult than the last one. But tell me anyway, is that a goal, a save, or a miss?
Let me consult my team.
All right, guys, you need to help this time. Is that a goal, a save, or a miss?
It's a goal.
It's a goal?
Yes.
Final answer, goal?
I trust them.
Yes.
He trusts you, so hopefully you guys do not let him down. Let's reveal. Now, sometimes in life, you need to actually have friends that will tell you the truth and actually bail you out. Now, unfortunately for our contestant A, his friends have not bailed him out in this round, but hopefully, let's see if Team B and his team members will be able to bail himself out in this round. Are you ready to play?
Yeah.
Let's roll your first video. All right, then tell me, is that a goal, a save, or a miss?
Let me consult my friends.
All right, guys, you need to help from the jump. Is that a goal, a save, or a miss?
It's a goal. A goal.
It's a goal?
Yeah. Yes.
I mean, everyone is going for goals in this round. I mean, is a goal your final answer? We had 2 wrong goal options.
Yeah.
You want to go for a goal?
Feels like a goal to me.
It feels like a goal to you. Let's reveal. Now, to be honest, I'm not having any fun in what's going on. This has to be like the first time in history of this show that we get the first 3 options, everyone said a goal and they all came out wrong. But luckily for you, you have one more video in this round. Let's review your second video. Okay, is that a goal, a save, or a miss?
It's safe.
It's a save?
Yeah.
Final answer, save?
Yeah.
Do you want to run it by your team members as well?
Let me run it by them.
All right, guys, remember your time is running out, but he needs your opinion. Is that a goal, a save, or a miss? He thinks it's a save?
A goal.
You guys think it's a goal?
Yeah.
So which way are we going to?
I'll go with him.
You go with them?
Yeah, I'll go with him. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so now we're going to have 4 options saying it's a goal. Let's review. Let's see if it's a goal.
Strikers, we should do that.
Now, contestant B has just been screaming here in the studio that his friend who helped him out is a striker, so he's sure it was a goal. But anyway, let's see how well that would help him in the next segment, and that is our pressure segment, called our penalty segment. But guys, like we always do, here are the rules of the game.
Level 6. 4 memorable events will be presented. Each team will answer 2 of the questions. The contestants are to give details of the memorable events, while the presenter takes note of vital specifics. A well-detailed answer will attract a favorable response from the presenter. Every correct answer attracts 125,000 naira.
So those are the rules of the game, and our contestants are ready to play. Hopefully, they do better in this final round. Contestant A, I'm going to be starting with you and your team members. Are you all ready to play?
Yeah.
All right, then let's get rolling. But I need you to do something for me. Now, I have 4 questions here. I have 1 through to 4. Could you pick 2 numbers out of from 1 to 4?
4, 1.
Number 1 and number 4.
Yep.
All right, then. This is your first question, and your time starts now. First question. In 2004, Fulham acquired the services of Frequendo Sava, and when they played against Blackburn Rovers in the league, he scored a great goal. What happened next after that goal surprised a lot of fans, as they had never seen such a weird goal celebration. What did Sava do? Describe this event.
Oh, that one hard, dude.
I mean, that's why football is a team sport. You've come with some team members. I mean,
Yeah.
it could help you as well.
Let my team help me.
All right, guys, he needs your help. He thinks this one hard, though. So what do you guys think?
I want the question again.
The question is, in 2004, Fulham acquired the services of Frequendo Sava, and when they played against Blackburn Rovers in the league, he scored a great goal. What happened next after the goal surprised a lot of fans, as they had never seen such a weird goal celebration? What did Sava do? Describe the event.
He went to boo the opponent fans.
Okay.
And just
And what came after the booing?
he was fined.
He was fined. I mean, I should actually fine you for guessing off the cuff right now. Is that your final answer?
I have no choice. I agree with that.
You have no choice. He goes with booing as your, is that your final answer?
At least he got the guess.
He got
I
the
have no
guess. And your guess is wrong. Your second and final question in this round. In September 2005, Real Madrid played against Alaves, and Ronaldo Nazario scored a superb goal against them. Ronaldo, Roberto Carlos and Robinho chose to celebrate the goal in a manner that didn't go down well with the Alaves fans, and also didn't go down well with the Alaves president. What did the players do? Describe this event.
After Ronaldo Nazario scored the goal, I think the celebration, it was just like a mockery dance, like a mockery one. Maybe they're trying to mock the Alaves fan. It's just the dance is kind of insultive in some kind of way.
There's a key word I'm looking for here.
A key word. It was the dance. That was it. 205, yeah. It was the dance. After he scored the goal.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
And you're wrong. You were close, but it was a choreographed type celebration.
But it was a dance.
They were both mimicking things that looked like cockroaches. That was the key word I needed from you, was the cockroaches.
Sorry, okay.
And you're wrong. Contestant B, I hope you're ready.
Yeah, I am.
Now, contestant A chose number 1 and number 4. So that means you have questions 2 and question 3 left. Are you ready to play?
Yeah, I'm okay.
All right, then your questions and your time start now. Villarreal played against Atletico Madrid in a keenly contested game. Bookmakers tipped the Madrid side to win the game, but nothing in this game went as planned. In the 95th minute, there was drama involving Aissa Mandi and goalkeeper Grenimo Rulli. What happened? Describe this event.
Let me throw it to my friend.
All right, guys.
Can you read the question again?
The question, I'm going to read it one last time. Villarreal played against Atletico Madrid in a keenly contested game. Bookmakers tipped the Madrid side to win the game, but nothing in this game went as planned. In the 95th minute, there was drama involving Aissa Mandi and goalkeeper Grenimo Rulli. What happened? Describe this event.
Okay, maybe there was the goalkeeper was wasting time, and the opponent player got angry, and I think they were both red carded. Something.
Oh, there was a fight, I guess.
I think the keeper, it was the keeper that collected red card. The player had to go and keep or something.
Then
Is that your final answer?
their own.
Is that your final answer? I mean, that's your final answer. I mean, football is a team sport. That's why you have them.
I think there was a fight between the goalkeeper and the player.
Final answer?
Yes.
You're wrong. Your second and your last question in this round. In the 1994-1995 season, the North Bank at Highbury was being redeveloped, and a large mural with crowds painted on them was put in front of it. Arsenal striker Kevin Campbell caused a small scene in the game against Aston Villa as he called the attention of club vice president David Dean to something he found odd. What did the striker Kevin Campbell point out to David Dean?
I'll talk to my friend.
All right, guys, you need to help. It's just one last time. So please, we need you to come out big for him.
I think the section of... Please, can you come again with the question?
In the 1994-1995 season, the North Bank at Highbury was being redeveloped and a large mural with a crowd painted on it was put in front. Arsenal striker Kevin Campbell caused a small scene at the game against Aston Villa as he called the attention of club vice president David Dean to something he found odd. What problem did the striker Kevin Campbell point out to David Dean?
I think at the section of that stand was probably filled with white fans. Like, yes, probably white fans, and he had an issue with it as a black man.
Is that your final answer?
Yes, I think it has to do with racism issue. And yes, that's my final answer.
I was actually about to tell my friend here that I know the money doesn't want to come his way, but the money is actually going to come his way because he was correct with that one. You were correct. Yes, it was the fact that they had lots of white faces there without having any black faces there. So you're correct. But guys, we're going to be back. The show hasn't probably been as given as we normally are, but the good thing and the most important detail about this show is you come on here and you're going to work out richer than you came into the show. And that's the main aim of our show here. We're going to be back with our prize presentations.
like a dad. You go be, you go see, you go feel because the blessings follow my yard. Blessings follow my yard, yeah, yeah. That's why I step my up. I don't wanna reason bad things no more. I don't wanna go back to where I did before. Make nobody stress me, don't disturb me, cha cha cha. I sip my up. I don't wanna reason bad things no more. I don't wanna go back to where I did before. Make nobody stress me, don't disturb me, cha cha cha.
DJ Nana, I love the way you just keep distilling the jams for us. When you hear Nana, you already know, well, we're at the point where we're doing something special, which is, of course, our presentation of our winnings to our contestants today. Also, please do the honors.
All right, guys, I know this week hasn't been our greatest week on this show so far. I mean, in terms of giving out money to our contestants. But, like I said earlier, this is the show where you come on this show and you walk out richer than you came on this show. Now, contestant A is our runner-up on the show today, and he's walking away with 120,000 naira. This is yours as well.
Congratulations, Dylan.
To you. I know this is not what you expected, but I mean, you came, you put your best foot forward, and this is just what it is today.
I guess you're going on richer than you came.
He doesn't feel that way. Definitely doesn't feel that way.
It's understandable. It's understandable. Better luck next time.
Congratulations to you as well.
Not on this show, though. Having said that, on this side of the spectrum, well, they didn't do that much better, but they actually did. 315,000 naira goes to the one and only Olayinka. Come through, my friend. Congratulations, you are officially our king of football today. Just today. Just today. Next week, we don't know. There might be a bigger king with more money. More money, but congratulations to you.
Thank you very much.
I know you're going to be sipping on some Budweiser with this one.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, I love you, like Joe Boy. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you guys for supporting him as well. God bless you. God bless you. All right, guys. Having said that, also,
all right, guys. So as you all know, our Game of Kings is actually coming up, where Jimmy's team, Smooth Kings, is actually going to be playing against my team, Kings FC. Now, we want you guys to keep your eyes on the screen and watch the video and listen to the voices of Roberto Carlos and John Terry.
Bye for now, guys.
Niger Kings, get ready as Budweiser brings in La Liga's Roberto Carlos and myself for an epic face-off on the field in the first ever Budweiser Game of Kings football tournament.
Niger, it's on.